Hey everybody, Adam Savage in my cave with my good friend Angus MacLane. Angus most recently directed Lightyear for Pixar, but you have several other Pixar films under your belt. And we were just talking about this off camera. When we first met, which is now 2016, you asked me what I wanted to build in Lego that I hadn't built yet, and I said the Blade Runner blaster.
And I think I said that's impossible. It's got too many complicated angles
And I had a picture of one that someone had built that I was inspired by.
I was like, that's not very good.
Yeah.
And so then over that holiday break, I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, okay, maybe we can try it. And so years went by. I
lent you one of my older blasters.
So I had it for a while, and then I built it, and this was the piece. And so this
is the first time I'm really seeing this up close and personal.
That's the
dude.
That's the thing. It's pretty one-to-one, but it's a challenging build.
Oh gosh, now I see that home plate part that we were talking about.
Yeah.
There it is for that.
So there's some. I did a couple of pieces are cut, but that's fine. Today we're going to, and then years went by, and then I sourced some parts, and I actually made some instructions. And life got in the way, and now here we are.
We're gonna do a one-day build.
We're gonna do a one-day build, and I'll be your piece sorter.
Okay.
But it's broken into.
Oh look, you've even done bag separation.
Yeah. We got about 4 bags here. And so the first thing we're doing is the undercarriage.
All right. So 2x3.
That's just gonna be this section here. And now that I'm already seeing it, I made it a little too domed. It could be flatter. That's fine. We'll fix it later. Okay, so go ahead and do this. There we go.
That. This is all.
Now I made the instructions on the BrickLink Studio IO software, which is available for free online.
How do you like that software?
Well, it's more robust than the original LDD software that Lego had that's now discontinued. I found out the hard way when all of my stuff was LDD files that I then lost somewhere, and then it took me a while to find.
Now I'm assuming that I've gotten this wrong. Those aren't flats, but they're...
No, yeah. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, it's going to be that with the studs facing downward, and then this is not. I did not do this in a great order because it looks like it's a one-plate offset. So when you put it on here, make sure there's a little bit of lip. There you go. That's it. That's it. Make sure it's snug there.
And that's a legal connection.
That's totally legal. Yeah.
All right. You are in a unique position, being a Pixar director, to understand the difficulties Lego would have with software like this.
Well, Lego, yes, Lego actually purchased BrickLink and now owns this software.
Ah, all right.
So it's now Lego's official software, which is kind of neat that they took an outside source and have embraced it. Okay, so then this is the first cheat. Now I took one of these and I cut the
little pips off,
and the pips are inserted into there.
And those are the red lights.
Those are the red lights
of the magazine.
So yeah, so that goes in each side.
There was a sequence written, and I'm not even sure if it was filmed, where he pulls out the cartridge and there's a button and the lights back up, and Ridley had a whole idea about what these lights meant for what this did in the pistol.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know. And this, by the way, is actually the magazine, a 5-shot magazine for the Steyr-Mannlicher rifle, which is what the top part is the receiver of a Steyr-Mannlicher 222 target rifle. And this was the magazine. And the bullets went in and pivoted around this center, and then a spring fed them into the chamber.
And this is the one you made, right?
This is the one I made. So I bought a full Steyr-Mannlicher rifle and gunsmithed it and pulled it apart, and it took me 5 years. because every part of a gun is hardened differently. And so the tool you have to cut this part off won't work on that part, or you have to, like for the hammer, which is deep inside here, for the hammer for the Bulldog, I had to grind it with cutoff wheels because there were no saws I had that would cut into the hardened steel of a pistol hammer. Anyway.
So that took you 5 years.
Yeah.
But this
is hopefully a couple of hours.
It's a one-day build based around 6 years of building. then that slides in there.
Oh wow, there's still not there will be a connector that joins all these.
Yeah, which makes me think that I shouldn't have put that on first. This is great. We're finding out together where I've fallen short.
Oh wait, no,
in
I
the
need
instructions
that with
department.
a hole
Here you
in
go.
it. There it is. Okay. And then there's these guys facing outwards. And that actually works. Look at that. Ooh.
Does work. It does it?
Yeah,
like,
it
we're
does.
gonna find
It
out
does.
together.
It was just it was tight, but it was not. It's
No,
tight,
legal.
but not
Still
illegal.
legal. Still legal. Still legal.
All right,
All right,
now
so then
finally.
2x3s.
Oh, wait a second.
Looks like we're 2 bricks short.
Oh, you mean well?
No, these because we need. These are those.
Oh.
So
wait, no. Oh, no.
No,
those
so we're
aren't
short. That's something. That's a mistake that I made. So, with that in mind, we're gonna have to manufacture those. Now you can do that.
Oh.
You can take these
By flush cutting.
and you just cut.
two
Why don't you
off.
go ahead and cut off 2 off each side?
Give me just a second.
You can use.
I've got the right tool.
Oh, I love it. This is what I was hoping for. This kind of action.
What's that?
This guy. I mean, they have those pieces now. When I started building this, I don't think they did.
Oh wow.
Not legally. So.
So I've got some
It's not
beautiful
gonna,
flush
let's
cutters.
see. I
here.
would use. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm pretty impressed. That's okay, so just make sure only cut 2 next to each other.
I'm cutting 2, and they're cat-a-corner to each other.
Perfect. That's what you want. Oh
Yep.
yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to get one of these tools. That's useful.
This someone just gave me these at Silicon, and they said they were their favorite flush cutters, and I have to agree, they are Park Tools ZP-5 flush cutters, and they're stunning.
Okay, and then this was a real challenge. It's an approximation, but this kind of wing, this thing, that took me about a month of just thinking. That was a real pain.
I'll bet.
So yeah, that goes there, and then another one. That's
one.
yeah. Oh boy.
Now I have Legos in storage. I can go get them.
No, I don't. I can't believe I don't have it. Hold on. Is it one I don't have?
I really do have Technics. I can be there in 2 minutes.
No, I can beat you. I can beat you with this.
You pull it off the blaster.
Yeah. This is how that's done. Here you go.
Excellent.
There you go. There you go.
All right. That one goes there. Oh, we got another little one on top of that.
I'm hoping that we find it later in the day somewhere else.
That's not
I
inconceivable.
bet you it will. I bet you it'll show up again.
Oh my God, this is great.
Wait.
What?
That's the piece I was looking for. Now we're back to normal.
Ah, because I had put it in the wrong place.
That's
It
the
was my
process.
fault.
That's the process.
The fault was mine.
I knew we'd find it.
Okay.
Now we're back to normal.
So now we do that
yeah.
to one with a hole in it,
Uh-huh.
and then 2 with no holes, and then 1 again with a hole in it, which is that, facing the same direction. Oh, no. Flat, and then a hole. Plate, and then a hole, and then another plate, and then 2 more without holes, and then another one with a hole. No, oh, wait a second. So 2 more, then a plate. Oh, yep. And then 1 more with a hole, and then 1 without the hole. So let's just double check that. Plate, yeah, plate, yeah, plate, and then, Okay, great. And then, so that
Does
should.
it fit?
Yep.
It
Dude,
does.
that's crazy that works. I mean, theoretically. It works!
It's crazy. It works. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, and then you do the tip there. That's just these 3 elements. Yeah, you got it.
1, 2, 3. All right.
Yeah.
And this is the barrel.
Yeah, I guess it's okay to have those studs. I mean, I was just thinking I could have done something in there, but it has writing on there, so I guess it's the approximation of the writing. Those 4 studs inside there.
Oh.
I was like, could I have done that better?
Yeah. I mean, I guess
no
you
one
could put a
sees it.
smooth,
It's
but no one's seeing in the back there. It's amazing to me that a 1x5 hasn't existed until recently.
A 2x5 doesn't exist. 3x5. There's lots of things that don't exist.
There's ones that we would think are there any Nelson Mandela effects with the Lego pieces, ones that everyone remembers exist but never did?
No, but there are pieces everybody wants and they won't seem to make, like a stud facing on both sides or inverse cheese. We'll see. Eventually,
inverse cheese.
Yeah, an inverse cheese slope, which is a 1x1 by 2/3 brick. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting close to the end of this. Oh, here we go. There's the
one. I really did. So what's funny is me doing this because I've spent so much time inside this topography.
Yeah, you know that design so well.
Yeah, it's just like it has an almost physical memory for me.
You gotta get this one.
And
so let's see the extra pieces. So my guess is...
Oh, you put in the on-off switch. That's what that is. That's the on-off switch. That's brilliant.
Yeah. So the thing I think that that must have been... I bet you this is supposed to be, you know, when you cut those pieces, I bet this was actually that. That's fine. We have extra pieces. Better to have...
No, because we needed one of them on two sides, not just one.
Did this really go this far? That's a good idea. Huh. Wait.
You don't get to see it from the other side.
Wait, why does this...
because it comes up higher on one side than the other on the actual pistol.
Oh, this is a better solution than... Okay, great.
Yeah, because on the left side of the pistol, the slope is higher, and on the right side, it's lower.
But why did I do... Huh. All right, I think this should be... This could be different. But I think I did a different solution here, because it doesn't quite go flush. It pops it off, so... Is that... Yeah, I think it's... No, I think it's all right.
It looks damn good.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
All right, so now we're moving on. Back to. Yeah, that's. It is funny going through my Legos and seeing how yellow some of my old 1960s white plates are with the grid on the underside.
You can actually, I think you can clean them with like hydrogen peroxide, other things.
I actually have some low concentration hydrogen peroxide I used to unyellow a tape deck recently. Okay, so
there you go. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we covered a Nagra tape deck, and freaking after we put up the video, Ben Burt writes and says, you know, yeah, that's exactly what I used. Oh, hinges allowing me to get to the underside.
Now this is a way to do
underside.
Upside down building. These hinges are no longer produced.
Really?
And so these are vintage, like old. I don't even think this is a legal build at this point.
But it's not stressing the part.
No, but I think it stresses somebody out. And that's, is that right? Yeah, does that work? Okay. Okay, then the other side.
Do those, just one?
Just one. This is where the asymmetry of this piece.
Right. I shouldn't start going chiral on everything.
Yeah. This is where this is unnatural for a Lego build. Here, there's this. There's two of those. I could have made this one step. I should tell you, there's some sort of build here where I cut a piece and I don't know what it's for.
You know, really?
And it's been so long. I have the piece cut, and so when we put it all together, we might find out that we're missing something. But I cut down one of these pieces.
Yeah.
To be this. And I don't know why. So we're gonna learn together because it's been so long.
So clearly, I can see that the red piece goes here somewhere.
Yeah, just so it's covered up, so you don't have to worry about it.
And then another one there.
Yeah, one of the real challenges in the build was these things. This is so organic.
Right.
And so on the actual piece,
I really like
the step. I did build this facing outward either way, so this doesn't go quite in as much as you want.
Well, you had talked about taking this and making it a mold of it.
Yeah. Well, originally you were like, does it come in amber or whatever? Like, no,
orange. Yeah.
No, but But yeah, casting it would be really exciting.
Well, now I want to cast it on both sides, right? With the pips as well, so I can just...
Yeah, you kind of want to... Yeah, there's some investigatory... When you have the instructions, now you can kind of mess with it.
Okay.
Why did I make those white? That should be red also. That's not bilaterally symmetrical.
It sits there?
Well, that's weird. Oh, it sits there. Don't worry about it. It doesn't exist yet. Put that in these. Put that inside there and leave them off to the side.
Like that? All right.
You're the perfect tester for this. Show me where I failed.
Oh, this is awesome.
So those are the raised levels of the finger grip. That's what you're getting is
amazing.
These things. That's how you raise it.
And it actually is almost
it should feel
finger. Wow.
That was a pain. That was no fun building. So much of this was I think your initial impression was, wouldn't it be great to build this? And I never would have thought in a million years to build this, mostly because like it's not really like props don't hold up very well at Lego at that scale, because something like this will break really easily because of the weight of Lego. But the challenge of it was so...
The challenge of the shape.
The shape, yeah.
Oh, man. And then these guys. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
You know, there are like Lego kits like the Slave One, Boba Fett's ship, that have all of these curve details that match and meet and mix. And
whenever you can get a curve like that, we're like, wow, I never would have thought of that. That's like so enjoyable. You're like, look at that. I didn't find a mistake. They totally knew what they were doing, which is... Yeah, so that was this. In general, one of the big challenges is this angle.
Because it's not a natural Lego angle.
No, it's not. And then because of that unnatural angle, you're like, how am I going to join the handle to the main part of the gun?
And you had I seem to remember at one point you brought an interim one over here.
Yeah.
That like didn't quite work.
No, I started from here because I knew once the handle was figured out, the rest of it could be figured out. And the trigger guard is a problem, and the triggers are a problem. Like the triggers are just these weird claw pieces that didn't exist when I started the piece. So that's really where you get lucky if you wait around years. Eventually they'll make a piece that's useful enough to you. There's that.
That's what I was looking for. And then
these are your cheese wedges.
I love that they're called cheese wedges. Oh wait, I've overdone it. Those go in.
Yeah, this is a little goofy.
These are the ones that go up.
They're opposite though. They're not bilaterally symmetrical.
No, they're not.
Because of this, the way that the grip is lower on this side than that side. This was another pain for this. I don't know what this part is called, but whatever that is.
That is the safety. Sorry, that's the barrel release.
The barrel release. That was a thing that made the two sides not equal.
I can see. Yes. And all right, we add in this one here. I love that it's cheese wedge. I'm never not calling it that.
It's amazing how much you learn watching someone else build something. Mostly that where you know mistakes you've made, like proofreading.
Right.
Which is useful. It's like, okay, I'm learning a lot. Going, oh, okay, why would I? Yeah, I wouldn't build that first. That's again, the red is red because it's covering. You're going to be covered up in a minute.
I appreciated when we were building the Lightyear ship that the red and green actually correspond to the red and green lights on either side of the ship.
Yeah. That was I think that's a classic space thing too.
Yeah, there we go. Red right return. I remember from boating when I was a kid.
Oh. The
buoys. I can't believe how this feels. It's totally amazing.
Well, designing it to the hand is really... I wasn't able to get quite that subtle a curve here.
You got any curve.
Well, you look at things and you go, well...
I mean, the thing about the orthogonal nature of Lego's building is that in its limitations, it teaches you so much about how materials join. It really does teach you about compound curves, even though you don't realize you're gaining that knowledge.
Absolutely. There you go. It is amazing.
Angus,
it's kind of one-to-one.
That is insanity.
Well. Early on, this is one of the first versions I had done, and then you sent me a drawing. Did you do this? Or did you draw over this, or did I draw over this?
I can't remember.
Well, this is your drawing, and I superimposed it to see where I messed up.
Oh.
So this is your drawing over my hand.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, All right, so then this is the lever. What is that?
Yeah, that's the cocking lever.
Yeah, so that's. But I combined that into this, so it's going to be. This is going to be a bit of sorting first.
I really dig your trigger solution.
Again, that was not available until the
wow,
the long process.
There's another one. All right, so 1x3, got it.
It's going to be a few of those.
Oh no, I didn't want to lit. There we go. You got it. And then a 1x2. A 1x3 again. A 1x1. Oh, I love that. Stacking curves, just...
Well, the math of all of that stuff does end up going together. It's pretty cool.
That's really freaking cool.
Just like this is the same curve as that, and it's just we're going to use that from the top of the barrel.
That's really
Those are really satisfying.
I need a 1x1 smooth tile. Got it. And then another one of those curves.
The small one or big one? Oh, no, that's a small slope curve. Here we go.
Thank you. And another 1x2. I've only just gotten to like reliably calling them plates and tiles, and
it's fine.
I always say Legos wrong, according to the comments.
Well,
right, because I call them Legos and not Lego bricks.
Well, they're in the reason why is interesting depending on your tolerance for legalese.
Do it.
But for a legal reason, if Legos loses their trademark, if you say Legos, so if Legos becomes the vernacular, I don't think Lego has any.
Right, it doesn't want to be Band-Aid.
Yeah, it doesn't want to be Band-Aid. So the idea of they sent in every Lego set in the 80s, they sent Lego, please do not call them Legos, refer to them as Lego bricks.
Every now and then, as I'm stacking and adjusting for strength, I remark to myself on what a perfect thing it is to call them Lego bricks. Right?
Yeah.
It's literally brick building. All right.
Okay, so this is a washing machine brick. That's what that's called.
That's what that's called.
And that's different than this one.
I know, they've really got me sometimes that way.
So the difference between the washing machine brick is that it's 1/2 a plate inset.
1/2 plate
it's half
inset.
A plate inset.
Oh my God.
And so, but it actually, the stud extends slightly beyond the edge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at it. It does, it goes a little bit beyond, so you can't put that against a flat side.
Oh, wow.
So
it makes a whole bunch of connections that look like they're legal, not legal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something to be mindful of.
There we go.
There, I see 2 of those.
And the way they sit is peculiar and clearly needs some structure.
Now look how it's flush with there. So I would start with the 4. That's the easiest way to get there. How does that connect?
It doesn't, cuz.
Oh, it doesn't even connect.
No, it's that.
No, it's even going to go higher because that's just as flush with it.
Okay, even still though.
I know, I baked a nice cake,
but it
doesn't make any sense. All right, there we go. That's what you need. This and this to hold it together. Okay, now this is where, I'll admit we're getting into the kind of hand wavy section of the instructions where I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I will figure it out on the day.
Okay, so then there's this, and
there's just one, and that snakes under here and attaches to that side.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Brilliant.
So what we're building now is really interesting. This part of the piece that was fascinating was trying to make, like, I'm making this complex form. So it's asymmetrical, and then it's also going to plug into sideways studs not on top building.
Wow.
And that also carry through the angles.
Right.
Here. So not a cakewalk, but the solution that, you know.
All right. So.
All right.
There's a second one.
Yeah, it's an amazing piece. That could have been one step. Could have been an email. All right. And that also not super strong, but there we go. And then this is one of the more complicated aspects of this. The source, this thing was a pain. And the only way I could figure out to make that shape in Lego was to use a castle cape.
Oh, I love it. Oh my God, that's
this is
great.
the closest. Here's the challenge.
Yeah.
When you're building with this is not half a plate. It's less than half a plate. So, and it's designed to go in between a neck on a minifigure. So how do you keep this thing on the build securely? Well, the answer is probably something better than what I came up with, but we'll see when we get there. But that was one of the, most of this is like, here's the pain, this is the idea. Here's what we came up with.
I also really appreciate the ribbed bricks that goes one way on one side and the other way on the other side. That's a great amount of versatility.
And I like that they have brick ones that have brick pattern on them now too.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, that's really nice.
So now I need a non-washing machine. Yeah. What do you call the non-washing machine?
I think that's a dryer. We're gonna have to pull it apart if we end up needing those 1x2s, but that's fine.
I need one more gray with the 2.
With the 2?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that we don't have. But luckily we didn't cut the little studs off that because we.
Oh wait, no. Sorry. I have it. I have it.
It's on. The key it was already on.
It was. I was looking for one I already had. You could have had the power to go home all alone.
Wait. Didn't you have like a 1x1? Oh, that's on the other side.
I did, and so now I'm about to put this little.
Okay, so that's this
motorcycle.
That's
blinker.
This thing.
Oh, nice.
All right, so now
the cape.
Now this is the thing. Once you put this on, it is going to want to fall off as soon as it can. So So on the actual, I think I tried to secure it with it. Yeah.
It's holding pretty good.
It's held in place with this thing.
Gotcha.
So I don't think that's the next step though. Maybe I think it just
No. Now we have a this. Oh, there it is. Yeah. The headlight.
Yeah. Now what's significant about this brick is really interesting is you compare that to this.
Yeah.
You'll notice that
the pips don't line up.
Yeah, because you combine the two of them and that's what makes one of these.
Wow.
So, or you combine it this way, it will not line up. So it's just dealing with some of the mathematical
terrifying.
Offsets. Yeah, I know. All right, there's this. Now this is a sub-assembly.
Right.
This is whatever this weather vane thing is here.
One of these things, right?
And I don't know, is there supposed to be a
green LED sticking out of
Is it green?
there.
Okay, I didn't know. So yeah, you can use a green. You can cut that in half and use it for either end.
Oh, yeah.
So I would probably do that.
All right.
But I might take it out before you do that because they can get stuck really easily.
So I want to cut it directly in half?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
All right. So
I connect this to a barrel.
Well, let's see. Yeah, I mean, there may be, you may find that you don't, let's see, judging on the final version of it.
Oh, where the green comes out.
Yeah, you might actually wait on that. Yeah, the old standby. You might just leave that out.
The teeth.
Yeah, so it's that that
right,
one.
That's the back of one.
Oh yeah, look, I have one. I already have.
Oh,
the green,
look at that.
Yeah, so that's the green.
There's the green.
Right. And
then on the other side it goes.
The long. These are a fantastic piece. And then you go that. Yeah, the one by that puts in the end there.
Ah, there we go. I see.
And then a barrel, cylinder.
Here's one.
Yeah,
got it.
And then this, and then you put your.
And then another green on there.
On the other end. There you go.
Excellent.
All right, and so then now you have that sub-assembly. I didn't know if it would be red or whatever color it was, but then that goes.
Ah, and I assembled this whole thing backwards.
Yeah.
There we go. So and then this lives there.
Yep.
Amazing.
It should go on there.
Amazing.
And that piece is going to fall off quite. It's going to break. I mean,
yeah.
I think a stronger way to go about it. You know, I couldn't figure out.
You want almost a second connection.
Yeah, you want a second connection here, but you can't because you're going positive to negative. So yeah, it's not perfect.
In its defense, this is one of the weakest parts of every Blade Runner gun, including mine. This ends up getting rattly.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, I really look forward to an interactive Socks the Cat.
They have a nice one that's like this big that it has like these things you plug into its tail, and it says, like Pete always funny, like improv stuff that's really funny. And then Super 7 makes. Have you seen the big one, the Rotocast?
No.
Oh, it's right down the street. You should check it out. It's really great. Super 7 made a vinyl, like a $400 vinyl one that comes in the Socks box.
No.
It comes with a mouse, and it's really amazing.
I have to get it.
It's really cool.
I need to go get it.
Just check it out, because Brian and his team did such a great job, and it's really charming. But yeah, that's probably the most accurate one. And then Takara Tomy did a bunch that are pretty great. And then Sega did some really charming, like little small ones, with the blowtorch and with the on the computer, and so there's a bunch of really high quality ones.
Do I remember the cat's computer use was really funny?
Yeah, well, that was part of it. Was like, it's just funny to see
That's it.
cat on a computer.
Do you know the joke that I was reminded of was a really subtle joke from the Ruddles?
Oh, I've seen the Ruddles, but it's not a reference.
It's that whenever Eric Idle as Paul McCartney is playing the guitar, and if you look at his right hand, it's just doing this on the strings in every clip of him playing, and it's just one of those great jokes.
What must be so neat is if these weren't rare, those pieces I said, if you could get a piece like this where every other stud was opposite,
right?
Yeah,
Right.
Like that'd be so great.
Right. They could totally fix that problem.
No, it's not gonna happen. All right, so this, I'll take this out here. There's that, because I made.
Does that do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the front, because I had to replicate this little bit of detail.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
So I did it by cutting a piece.
Ah. Okay. Now I need a 3x1,
Yeah,
two 3x1s, and two
there you
2x1s. Oh, and you have them. Excellent.
And so, yeah, we're getting down to it, and this is really getting to be the exciting bit here. Now this, that's from like a motorcycle engine or something, and so I thought that was a really nice detail for this.
Yeah, I find myself wondering
detail.
about the meetings they have about new parts of like how many different things could it be and what could we put on it so it could be as many different things as possible.
Yeah, well, I love that idea. Oh, so then this is, go ahead and put this on like that first, and then put that in there. It'll be easier. So that, I don't remember why I had that in there. I think that's supposed to replicate. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be this detail of the inside of that.
So that your glimpse, I love it.
Yeah, so it's not.
Yep, that's marvelous.
I think you can go ahead and put this in, and put the cape on first again.
Oh yeah, I didn't know the cape
out.
had fallen off.
Yeah, exactly. That's the bear of it. Now that should snugly put in there.
Wait.
Nah.
Ah.
Is it working for you?
It's missing something on the bottom.
Let's see. Luckily,
something's funny.
yeah. Let's compare. That's the right thing. Okay.
What did I do wrong?
Nothing. What I forgot to mention is we gotta mangle that brick.
This gray one.
Yeah, we gotta
cut off the top.
Cut off the top.
That's
so
it.
Let's,
wait. We can get this out.
Let's,
I can get it out without doing that.
I don't think that's a single. I think it's a double.
Oh, you do?
I think it's a double. But luckily, this is designed to be a single piece to come out, right? And then this is a pretty simple. Oh, it is. Oh, well.
Okay.
You could. There you go. That's why I knew there was some. That's not just for those at home. That's not a legal move.
All right. So now.
Oh yeah. Okay. So then this goes back in there. This goes back like that, and then
this one comes in and should
be snug.
Settle right in, and it does.
Now see, and that's that offset difference. Because I was dealing with the unnatural thickness, it's still not perfect,
right?
But it's not going to come out.
No, I see that. That's amazing.
They weren't being legal with that thinness, so I wasn't going to be legal with what you.
Hilarious.
So then
that goes there.
We still haven't figured out what the mystery brick is.
What's the mystery brick again?
Remember, the mystery brick is that one I cut
Oh, right.
And it may be an old solution, but it's been so many years, I've forgotten about what I was thinking about when I made this brick.
Yep. We are barreling down on it.
Yeah.
As it
on
were.
the barrel. That's a Oh, you're a father. It's perfect dad
submitted
joke.
10 poems, but only one pun intended.
Wait a minute. Okay, there's this. Okay, we do have that. I was like, those don't technically need to be gray, but here, this needs a squishing.
Thank you. That sound, it's really, again, the topography is so familiar.
Yeah, but
I'm
it's
like,
a little bit
getting
brickier.
it. And I'm putting this back on just because I'm
That's 1.5 times it's broken.
And then a single.
No, it looks like there's only 3. It has to go.
I have it right.
Oh, you got. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the what you were just solving.
Oh, okay. Now more
the
of
silly
these.
thing in reverse.
Wow, excellent. Okay, 1, 2, and through and through. Oh, I love that you can see into there. That is an awesome bit of topography.
I don't know what my thinking was. Is I'll cut off that thing and I'll promptly forget about it for years, and then we'll discover it on camera. Oh yeah, you got to take that apart. I don't think we're gonna get to this mystery brick though. I think I solved it another way. We'll see.
Amazing. And,
all right. So then,
yep. Now.
Yeah. There's the front.
Another one, dude. I can't believe this. This is good. God, that's gorgeous.
Okay, so you have that. That piece is this.
Yeah.
So now you got to decide how much of this you want to stick out. But I think if you cut, if you cut.
I see. Right. I just want a little bit to stick out.
Yeah, exactly. So I would probably maybe overshoot it by a 1/2 inch. Start with 1/2 inch. You always go smaller. Yeah.
So I also think, given the shape of this thing, that I'd like it sticking out like this, and then to have a little. Yeah,
to have it. So that's what I'm saying. Go longer on it. Then
exactly.
You can have that little detail stick out.
Excellent.
So then.
Oh, I'm inclined to. Oh yeah.
Do it that way. Because it'll get you that extra.
Excellent.
It's already now improved.
There we go.
You've improved it.
Yeah.
Is that too long?
It will be, but we can shorten it. We can shorten it later.
We'll see how it looks with the.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's as close as I could do. And then it looks like you're at the.
The trigger stage, and so. Do these guys do that?
Yeah. No. They go in here.
Oh, I don't know why.
It's the front.
I see. Look at that. They actually have a home that they can pivot on. Oh, there it goes. Broke again.
That's twice.
I appreciate you giving me the extra. I really.
So then that's going to go. Oh, yeah. So before you do this, let's. How does this. Let me just make sure. Okay, so I think it just kind of brute force.
Wow.
Somehow goes in there. Yeah.
Angus, that's crazy.
That was the hardest thing.
That's crazy how actually strong that is.
So then
it shouldn't work.
It shouldn't work. I don't know, actually, no. That was so much trial and error. Then I would put the triggers in first.
Yep. Okay.
And then you're going to bend, and then...
So I've got some felt here that I've got in the way. And then these guys come around.
And
you adjust those for the I see. I adjust the clicky click.
Yeah.
Or the
it looks like you need. Here's your sight that goes on the top there. Yeah, and then that goes in.
Oh my God! I see. Look at you. You're insane.
No, put that flush on the ground. Probably get a good. That's hard because the way that the pins are. It's going to require a little bit of If you put this, try putting this in the ground. That way it doesn't.
I see.
There you go.
All right.
You can also pull those out. Try pulling those out and then just put them on there, and then that's another fun way to do it.
I'm actually going to do it both.
There you go. That's risky.
That's
it. It did work. There you go.
All right. And then there's this guy.
And then here you got, and then I made a.
No way.
There you go. The old stand.
Angus. Dude. I love it.
Yeah, it's many
That's
years
amazing.
in the making. Yeah.
We've been talking about doing this since literally the day we met.
Yeah. So here we are. I think you could go a little shorter on that, or if you like this one better.
I think we can go a little short.
If you cut that, you'll see it. So you want to cut the end.
I see. Right. Yep. Yeah, I see what you mean.
If you want, or the secret, or you can sand it.
Yeah.
And then put a little bit of polish or whatever on. That looks pretty good.
I think it looks pretty good. I also feel like I almost want like one of these facing backwards back there.
Yeah, you want to flop this?
Well, like, yeah. Oh, here we go. Hold on. I just, because of the level of details on this, it's like I want that kind of thing going on.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Or is there?
No, you can do that. You can do that. That's a great solution. What I would do is you need a pin. So we need a pin, and we need one of these in. Well, you could do it in black even. But.
Or do they make a circle that is just a little bit bigger than this that fits inside there?
Nope. Oh. Because that's a mudguard for. I mean, you might be able to get a 3 by. What? How wide is it? This is 3. See, there's a 3 by dish.
Right.
But the 3 by dish is too big.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go look at my techniques and play around with that. But
yeah, feel free to.
I am completely going to make this in amber.
Yeah, I think that's a fun challenge.
That will be.
I'm glad you. It was an inspired idea for a build. I really appreciate it. It was a multi-year project.
The robustness of this joint blows my mind, because I remember when you first brought your first version over, and you kind of had to hold the whole thing.
Just don't look at it wrong.
Don't touch it. I love this. This is amazing. I think we could replace. Do they make this in black?
Not that piece in black, but I think moving this one stud in is what I would do. Moving it one stud back. If you can do one stud back, and that's because the cleat for it is a 2 by 2 with a little post, and now they make a 1 by 2, and so that can go in a little bit, and that's going to help this design a little bit.
I get my heat gun out.
Yeah, I was going to say you could really you could adjust that.
Give it a little what for?
Season to taste.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think that's if finding this a way to round that out like that would be permanently.
The trigger guard.
Yeah, which is
again, I think a heat gun.
It would. Yeah. I get nervous about the way that might react to heat.
Oh no, it should be able to be made cooperative.
Yeah, and then you got to put. Oh look, here's that 1 by 4 we were looking for. Yeah, so I had all the pieces all along, like you said.
You had the power to go home all along.
Yeah. And then and the other, I was trying to. I think the barrels. Like, I don't love how, I did put I tried with this kind of experiment for the barrel. They do make they have a red piece that has a hole in it that's printed like that, but so that's the thing.
Angus, that is super beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a lot of fun.
Thank you guys for joining us for this one-day build.
All right.
Yeah, we will see you next time. Hey guys, Adam Savage from Tested here. If you've ever seen the 6-inch ruler in inches and centimeters on my forearm and wanted one of your own, but you didn't want it to be permanent, well, today's your lucky day. You can now buy temporary tattoos of my measuring stick, my measuring forearm, at tested-store.com. Comes like this, goes on in about 30 seconds with a little water. The instructions are on the back. It comes off with rubbing alcohol, and hopefully it warms you up to the idea of permanently attaching a measuring device to your body, because I use mine every single day.